So, starving crowds, quick definition. What the heck is it? Okay. There's really 4 great ways to describe a starving crowd. Okay. Number 1, this is a person that has a problem and wants it fixed now. An example niche of that would be the registry repair niche. Okay. The registry, for those PC users out there, is a very important component of how your computer functions, right? If your registry is messed up, your computer is dogging it. Okay, your computer really sucks. It's going slow. It's taking forever to open your programs. It's really, really annoying. Okay, so if you have that problem, you want it fixed now. Okay? You start searching in Google based on that situation. Right? That person is part of the starving crowd. Number 2, it's a crowd that has a problem and they don't want to fix it themselves. Okay, that's another great type of crowd to tap into. Okay, example, technology issues, very similar to registry repair. You know, you've got data recovery, PC repair type of stuff. I use technology issues as a main example because technology stifles people. It stops them from moving forward. Okay? How many of you have experienced that in setting up, you know, WordPress the right way, or setting up your squeeze pages and your sales pages? You know, setting up keyword tracking. How about that one? Right? Technology stifles people, and they end up in a situation where they don't want to fix it themselves. Okay? Starving crowds are passionate about a hobby that can be improved. For example, golf swing. Okay, we should all be aware by now. Well, maybe not all of us, but there's a very large market when it comes to golfing. Okay, very large market, both in terms of moving products and selling information. And golf swing is sort of a sub-niche of that market. Okay, it's a hobby that people are really passionate about. They really love golfing, but they might kind of suck at it. So they want to improve that golf swing. Well, there's a lot of things you can do to improve a golf swing. Okay. So that lends itself really easily to selling information to a crowd like that. Right? But they're willing to pay for it, right? Because they're so passionate about this hobby. You see where I'm coming from? That person may not necessarily be desperate for a solution, but they are starving for information to improve that hobby. Okay, hope this is starting to come together for you. The starving crowds also are involved in an activity that requires multiple steps to master. For example, hypnosis. There's actually an example on another OfferVault webinar with speed reading. Right? These are things that people are interested in, but it really is a process to learn how to get this thing to happen. Right? Multiple steps to master. Okay? These people lend themselves very easily to selling products too. Okay? Once you got an idea of a niche that fits one of these areas, okay, that's when the fun starts. Okay? That's when we start to move forward and figure out, okay, what's the interest trend, so to speak, on this niche. Right? And tonight I'm actually going to go through a real live niche, and I encourage you guys to actually take a look at this niche. It's pretty exciting what some of the stuff that's happening here. Let me show you a real live example. Okay, let's check out the trends. Oh, my PowerPoint's not working the way I want it to work. Okay, so let me bring in the browser here. I'm going to show you live. Even better. Google Insights, fantastic tool. Okay, now it's you know, it's not like you've never heard of it before, but there's method to my madness here. Okay, Farmville. This is the niche we're going to work with tonight. Okay, Farmville is a video game that people play on Facebook. Okay, and if you take a look at this thing, it's blowing up. Okay, Look at 2009. Well, obviously it came out in 2009, but look at the interest spike. It's dramatic, right? Uptrends are always a good sign. Excuse me. All right. Here's something else that's really interesting about Google Insights, is that it tells you the regional interest. Okay, so the Philippines happens to be a place where Farmville is really popular. Okay, and what you need to understand about this data right here, I think this is a really important distinction. Okay, is that this data is what's called normalized. Okay, so just because the regional interest in the Philippines is 100% and the U.S. is actually 15%, it's down below here, that does not mean there are more people in the Philippines searching for it. Okay, it just means out of the internet users compared to the population, there's a higher percentage of people searching it in the Philippines. In reality, there's many, many more people searching for it in the U.S. Okay, you can see the search volume index is 15. Okay, so you have to understand that. Okay, it's a very important distinction. All right, we're actually going to come back to Google Insights here in a little bit. There's some really interesting search terms down here that I want to dig into and pull out some golden nuggets. Okay. Okay, so that's our initial check of a market. We got an idea that maybe a market might be interesting to people. We want to see what the trend looks like. Is it going up? Is it going down? How much volume is in this trend? Okay, so we're just going to do a quick keyword check. Okay, this is not keyword research. This is merely from a 20,000-foot view. Look at a niche or a market, and we want to take a look at, you know, advertisers and search volume. Is there enough there to really warrant us going into this niche? Okay. And you can see I always find these tools by searching them because Google likes to give them weird URLs. Okay, I'm going to put in Farmville. Leave on use synonyms, LYZQA. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We can see advertiser competitions, fairly heavy for some keyword phrases. Search volume for January, Farmville, the broad keyword phrase, 6 million searches in January. That's plenty. Okay, that's plenty. Global, 9 million. Okay, so you can get a good feel for how popular Farmville is. Okay, and as we look here, again, this is not keyword research. This is 20,000-foot view stuff. But I want you to take a look. Geez, I wish the trends would automatically stay on. Okay, we've got uptrends. We've got a little downtrends. But what you'll notice is that the ones that are kind of weird trends are not the same Farmville that we're looking for, right? There is actually a place called Farmville, believe it or not. I believe it's in North Carolina. Okay, so there's a lot of unrelated phrases here, and something to take note of, obviously. Okay, how would you have known that? Well, you're going to have to actually take a couple of keyword phrases and search them in Google and see what the results look like. Okay, are they related to the game or not? All right. Again, not keyword research, just a keyword check.